I am here to bring you a review of a main attraction wig that is under $150. This is Enchantress. She's made with regular synthetic fibers. She has a beautiful lace front and a left monofilament part. All the cap features that typically cost upwards of $100 to even $200 more. One of the reasons I love this brand is it is more affordable. If you want to know more about this long beauty, great ponytail wig, stick around. My name is Denise. I'm also known as Hey Wig Sister on Instagram and Facebook. I'm partnering with Name Brand Wigs to bring you this review. They sent me this gorgeous Enchantress to show all of you. They're a wonderful online retailer. I'll put some information in the description box below. I've been a customer of theirs for almost 6 years, and I really do appreciate all that they do for this wig wearing community. Let's take a look at this one from all sides. With long pieces, it's always hard for me to know if I'm getting all of the length in the frame. This is actually, so the measurements for this wig are on the website, but I did grab the overall measurement, which is 18.75 inches. So basically from the crown down, if you take a tape measure, go down to 18.75 or 19, and that's roughly where this wig will fall. I really do love Main Attraction because in general, you can get some really nice cap features for a fairly reasonable price when it comes to the major name brands. This wig has a gorgeous lace front and a left mono part. Look at that lace front, you guys. It's like so seamless. And then we've got a left part going over to the right. I will talk with you a little bit about the struggles that I'm having with this one in a moment, but this is currently priced, I think, at $135. For a wig with these kind of cap features, you're usually going to pay at least $100 more for it. So that's one reason I love Main Attraction, because they can be more affordable, especially when you're new to wig wearing and you don't really know what's going to work for you. So there are two things that I want to point out right away that I'm struggling with a little bit on this piece. They may not be the same on your piece if you were to get this wig. One of them is how face floppy she is. You can see really just wants to flop in my face, and I do have to kind of redirect those fibers back quite often. It was a lot worse straight out of the box, but because this part right here, that lace front, is a hand-tied feature, meaning a human being hand-tied each of these fibers into there, that can not only create variation from piece to piece, but they're individually knotted in, which means sometimes you just have to redirect those knots. So kind of playing with it, being gentle. You don't want to tug on that lace front too much, but doing this is what it's doing, and sometimes even hanging onto that lace front and doing this, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to redirect those knots so that the fibers want to go back instead of forward. So one little tip for you. The other thing is the part is really densely knotted. It almost looks like I didn't take the zigzag part out. Sometimes these wigs have zigzag part and you have to, use a wide tooth comb to get that part separated. I'm really struggling to do that on this one. And I think it's just because it is so densely knotted. And that feature is also considered a hand-tied feature. Let me show you what I'm talking about since you really can't see down to the part. This is what I'm referring to. Ignore the stripes. Those are from the highlighted nature of this color, and we'll talk about color in a little bit. Those stripes aren't actually on the lace. It's the different colors of hair. But the whole purpose of this is to give you the appearance of scalp. It really is what helps to make a wig look super realistic. But when it's super densely knotted, meaning they just put a ton of hair up there, you often can't see it. I have a video showing how I pluck a part line and also how I take a clothing steamer to get lift in the front. So if you were to get this piece or any regular synthetic and struggle with maybe face flopping or just not really being able to get that part to lay the way you want it, that video is for you. I'll make sure it's linked below. But we've got an extended lace front, soft ear tabs with bendable stays, an extended nape, Velcro adjusters, and open wefted all throughout the rest of it. So let's in real time, let me show you why the two things I mentioned that were struggles for me, why I even felt the need to mention them. Because when you put the wig on, when it's a face flopper, it can be really hard to get that wig situated so that it lays right. And when the part line is really densely knotted, that's the other reason why it can be a little tricky to get it to lay right. But don't let that deter you from purchasing this wig or any other that you might see that could be a face flopper. Every wig likely is going to need a little bit of work to make it your own, whether it be getting lift in the front or trimming in face framing layers or even trimming in a bang. So I'm telling you this just so that you can really think about, you know, if this were a style that you'd be interested in, maybe some of the things you can expect so that you're not disappointed. I'm not at all telling you these things because I think they're bad. I really don't. I think that every wig has its own little quirks and you just have to work with it to make it your own. For me, plucking the part line and getting a little bit of lift in the front probably would take me 15 minutes total, all in, would be all I would need to do. So just information for you. This wig weighs 4.75 ounces, which actually is a pretty good weight for a wig of this length. I often see wigs this long over 5 ounces. So that tells me this isn't a heavy density piece. I would really consider this more of a moderate density. You can see it's a healthy ponytail. It's not sparse, but it's not super thick. So that tells me this is more of a moderate density, and we don't have any traditional permatease. It is very flat to the head. No permatease. Gosh, I'm feeling no traditional permatease. A little bit of crimpy fibers right here, but not enough to really give it any lift on the top. So if you like to get lift on your pieces, you need a little volume. You're not gonna get that on this one. It's a really natural, super straight, super sleek and flat to the head piece that looks really, if I could deal with the face flopping, it would just look so natural to me. And finally, I just want to mention this wig does not tangle very much. It does tangle a little bit. Every long synthetic wig is going to tangle a little bit, but I've had long straight wigs like this that were really difficult to keep from tangling. This one is not giving me any problem with that at all. So really a great feature to have on a long synthetic wig like this. All right, I think I got it all. Let's talk about color. Nutmeg. I'm gonna take it off so I can hold it up. Nutmeg was one of the first light colors that I could wear. My bio hair is naturally dark brown. When I first started out, I would only look at dark browns. I didn't want highlights because my bio hair never had those things. Eventually though, I really wanted to expand, so I started to wear wigs that were more heavily highlighted, but my first wig that I could wear that was light like this was this color. I had Broadway, very curly wig in this color, and I loved it. So Nutmeg is a gorgeous, it's really kind of golden and auburny. We've got more of a medium brown. We've got gold blonde. You can see some of those blonde highlights. Also strawberry and auburn highlights. So I would consider this a light golden blonde with auburn and strawberry and some lighter gold blonde. It's definitely very warm. It is consistent all the way up to the top. There's no rooting on this one. So it's really golden and bright. So if you don't love warm, if you don't really like reds, this one isn't the right one for you. It's really beautiful though. Let's get outside so you can take a look at it outside, and please check out name brand wigs the next time you're in the market for a major name brand wig. See you guys soon. All right, let's look at Nutmeg outside. Direct sunlight. This one does have some shine. I have a video showing how to use baby powder to tamp down shine. You can also use cornstarch. I will make sure that's linked below. There you go. Hopefully you got a good look at that color.
Hey friends, thanks so much for watching. Here are a few videos I think you might enjoy. Go ahead and click on one and watch.